The Buccaneers seem to have absolutely everything. You know, the old line, what do you get someone who has it? They have everything. So what's their biggest concern? If we're talking about them getting stopped someplace along the way this year, what will it have been?
Look, I think Mike Evans just used the word. He said you can't get complacent. And that's always going to be your downfall once you have reached the mountaintop and whatever it is that you do. Can you keep that same attention to detail? Can you keep that same intensity, resolve, fortitude, whatever word you want to put on it when the going gets tough? Are you able to continue to push through because you're still hungry to achieve more? Or do you rest on your laurels and say, hey, you know what, I've already done this? Look, obviously, when you have Tom Brady, who has done this so many damn times, that to the point where it's become like the only way in which he really can judge himself in terms of success, that winning Super Bowls, then obviously that gives you a great chance to fight this kind of thing off. Look, Domonique, I believe in the last hour, made the point about the fact that, you know, the thing that really pulls down teams like this and really kind of hurts their chances of repeating is injury, and there's no question that's a part of it too. But I think it's the mindset. I think it's the hunger. And can they keep it up again when now they have the target on their back? And it's not about hope, but it's really about expectations. People expect, all of us expect this football team to be right back in the Super Bowl again. We expect it and would be super disappointed if they don't make it there. Let's just see if they can continue to have that attention to detail like they had last year when it mattered the most.
So, Booger, let me come to you because you live there in Tampa, so you're sort of living amidst this, and you have won 2 Super Bowls in your career. I remember Rob Ninkovich telling us on the show one time that the way Belichick would handle this is he didn't even make a big deal of the ring ceremony. He like acted like he said, guys, let's not make too big a deal out of this. The Buccaneers, I just saw it over the weekend, right? They had their ring ceremony. They threw the biggest party I've ever seen, and there were lights, and there was music, and they've got a ring that screws off on the top. So they're obviously handling this very differently than Brady is accustomed to. What do you think of that, the dreaded complacency and the concerns thereof?
Well, I think those are valid points, and times have changed now, and Belichick has his way of doing things, but I think Lewis and Domonique both are right. Injuries withstanding, the biggest thing you have to deal with is just a mindset, Greeny. There comes a point in every season, okay? We won the Super Bowl in Tampa. We go to Philadelphia the first game of the next season. We beat the Eagles 17-0, and we thought we were on our way. But we reached a point in the season where we lost 3 or 4 in a row, and it becomes a point where you decide, am I going to put the extra effort in, the extra work? Am I going to try to figure out what's going wrong to fix it and turn it around? The Buccaneers did that last year. Tom Brady held up 4 fingers. He didn't even know what quarter of the game it was, but they came out of that, and they fixed it. They won 8 games in a row, and they won the Super Bowl. What's going to happen at that point this season? When you get to that point where something's not going to go right, because it's the NFL. No one is going to have just a year where everything goes nice and rosy. You're going to get to some crossroads where you're going to have to put the extra work, the extra effort, the extra sacrifice in. Are you willing to deal with the mindset? Are you willing to have the mental toughness that it takes to deal with? If they can handle that, along with the injury bug, Greeny, they are loaded offensively, and we're not even talking about their defense, which I think is going to be even better this year because the dudes on the back end are going to be better. That's how loaded this team is.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, but let's be honest, they didn't steamroll through the playoffs last year. Like, each of those games, except for the Super Bowl, there's a play here or there that they could have lost. So as good as they are, as talented as they are, they're going to have some tough matchups. And whether it's injury luck or just flat out one-game elimination luck, that could be part of the problem. But I think Lewis's point is a very valid one. You cannot manufacture intensity. As much as everyone likes to pretend like it's just like a want to, you just have to want to, there's something about real legitimate urgency, real legitimate desire that you cannot fake. And they're going to have to find a way to create something else for them to aim at. But the urgency that they felt last year, like, that was real. That was brand new. The us against the world, like, that was kind of real. It's not there anymore. So they're going to have to find something else to drive them. And whether they have lights and dancing or whatever at their party, that's irrelevant. But they knew once they get into the practice field, they have to find out what is going to make them do that extra work, what's going to make them go through the pain that's required to win a championship.
Well, if anyone can do it, Lewis, it's going to be Tom Brady because he can literally do the impossible. Yeah. Let's take another look at this. He did something over the weekend that was impossible. Now, Lewis, because all the other members of this panel are so cynical, they're telling me that this video is doctored as Tom Brady throws these beautiful bullets directly into the jugs machine. Again, that's something that someone's supposed to be standing behind and feeding the balls into it so that it gets sprung out to the receivers. But Brady is actually threading that needle and then knocking it down. These guys are trying to tell me that thing is fake. Louis, Riddick, which side are you on?
Nah, Greeny, you know what? If you want to believe it's for real and it's legit, I'm with you, brother. You know what? It's for real. No, it's not. You know what? You know what's interesting about that? I don't doubt that he couldn't hit that target. Okay? I don't doubt that he can hit it once or twice. But the fact of the matter is that they stopped the tires from spinning that shoots the ball out of the judge machine, because I would assume that physically it's impossible for that ball to be able to wedge itself in there when the tires are spinning the opposite way, number one. So, I mean, you know, hey, Greeny, believe what you want, man. Everybody believes what they want nowadays anyway. Believe what you want.
Well, what does he have? Steven Spielberg running his social media? I mean, he's got better. The special effects in his social media are better than most movies that you see made these days.
That's true.
Stop giving Greeny hope,
it's a
man.
nice video.
I 100% buy into this. All right.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.